That mural's kind of freaking me out. It feels like you're watching me from every angle.
I am. But focus here. So when Samoa Joe gets you in the coquina clutch this time...
How do you know he'll get me in it?
It's a submission match, which means he'll be going for it early and often, so you have to be prepared. And what I was going to say before you interrupted me...
Sorry, won't happen again.
What I was going to say is your little trick you used against him 10 years ago when you rolled backwards to get the win isn't going to work this time. He'll be ready. And even if you pulled it off, it won't do any good because this is a submission match.
Rivalry submission match.
Right. So I'm Samoa Joe, and I'm going to put you in the coquina clutch. Try to escape.
Oh, I tap!
That was pathetic.
I know. How am I ever gonna beat Samoa Joe? I mean, once she cinches in that arm around my neck, it's all over. Goodbye, WWE Championship. Goodbye, Trachea. Goodbye, Earth. Hello, big ring in the sky. Hopefully.
Okay, stop. You're spiraling. It's not about his arm. It's about his legs.
Huh?
I studied hours of footage of Samoa Joe locking in the coquina clutch. You're welcome. And I discovered a hidden flaw that's going to allow you to counter it and beat him. Give me your phone. Voice password?
Trey and Peyton Royce forever?
Voice recognition volume too low. Please try again.
Trey and Peyton Royce forever. It's a joke. Please don't tell her.
Anyway, like I said, I watched a lot of tape on Samoa Joe, and I discovered this. Watch his ankles. See how he crosses them? He does it every time. That's your opening to beat him.
I don't get it.
Of course you don't. Let me show you. Put me in the coquina clutch and make sure you cross your ankles like Joe does.
What the heck was that?
The secret to not getting the life choked out of you and walking away with your WWE Championship.
Wow, this is weird to say with all our history, but I don't know what I'd be doing right now without your help.
I guess I've been in a charitable mood lately.
Well, seriously, thanks for teaching me this. So, I guess we're good to go now?
Are you kidding? You haven't actually learned how to do the counter yet. On your back. We're going to start with a hip motion. I'll film on your phone so you can watch it back later. It locked again.
Trey and Peyton Royce forever!
Welcome to the special 1500th episode of SmackDown Live. SmackDown Live has been the home of some amazing matches over the years, and tonight we continue that tradition with the long-awaited, much-anticipated battle between Trey and Samoa Joe. This submission match for the WWE Championship is 7 years in the making, going back to Trey's debut when he shocked the WWE Universe and Samoa Joe. But tonight on SmackDown 1500, will Joe finally get his revenge?
Hey, what are you doing?
Studying my training footage. I think I actually have a chance tonight thanks to Brooklyn.
Yeah, about her.
I don't want to get into it again. I need to focus on my match.
I actually wanted to apologize. I might have been acting a little crazy lately.
A little?
Okay, slightly more than a little. I called the animal shelter that Brooklyn said she donated the money to, and turns out she wasn't lying.
See? I told you she's changed.
I think I just got caught up with us competing against each other in the mixed match challenge. And then I felt like I was losing my best friend to pretty much the worst person I could imagine. But maybe she's not the worst person after all. There's probably some terrible dictators or criminals on death row who are slightly worse.
That's very big of you to say that. So you should be cool with the fact that Brooklyn is going to be in my corner tonight then, right? I need her out there to coach me through the technique she taught me.
Totally cool with that. Not bothered at all. Besides, I have a big announcement to focus on.
About what?
Well, I decided to get back to concentrating on the list, and there's one thing on there I always wanted to accomplish, but it never seemed possible. Especially when Brooklyn was GM, no offense to your new BFF. But since this is a very special episode of SmackDown Live, it's the perfect time to make it happen. Good luck tonight. Seriously.
Hey, you finally said it.
And I meant it. Tonight, we celebrate 1,500 episodes of SmackDown Live. On nights like this, we look back at the amazing superstars who helped us get here. For me, personally, when I was an awkward teenager, the thought that I could someday do this seemed like a total long shot. But I was inspired by women like Beth Phoenix, the Bellas, Natalia, and Mickie James. Around that time, I created this list of goals I'd someday want to accomplish if I ever made it to WWE. Well, I think I've more than made it. But there's one thing on this list that all those women I mentioned accomplished. But I never have, because it's kind of impossible now. But if I've learned anything on my journey, it's that nothing is truly unattainable. The goal I'm referring to is winning the title that I grew up watching. The WWE Divas Championship. Like I said, kinda hard to do considering it hasn't existed in almost 15 years. But I'm proposing that WWE bring the Divas Championship back so I can honor the women who blazed a path for me and prove that no dream is ever hopeless or unimaginable.
Wait, what? And you want me to tell her right now?
I'm sorry, but I was just told to inform you that the Divas Championship is already spoken for.
Already spoken for, it hasn't existed in over a decade. How is that even possible?
They said you would hear more in the very near future. That's all I know.
What just happened? I have no idea, but apparently someone in the back has other plans for the Divas Championship.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
The champ comes into his title defense incredibly confident, Corey.
And with good reason, Cole. When you're the champ, you don't have to worry about winning. You just have to make sure you don't lose. That is the champion's advantage.
Corey, some people are saying the champ will make short work of his opposition here. Are you expecting the same outcome?
That's just ludicrous, Cole. I realize the champ is impressive in the ring, but come on. Now, if he was in there with somebody like Saxton, then yes, I'd agree with that. But he's not.
This man is a bad, bad dude.
Samoa Joe is a man who has never made an idle threat. One of the most dangerous competitors ever to step into the squared circle. If there is hostility, if there is tension to be had, Samoa Joe will be the first one in line. A lethal hybrid of size, speed, technique, and agility. Samoa Joe is second to none.
Introducing the challenger from Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 282 pounds, Samoa Joe. And introducing the champion from Greensboro, North Carolina, weighing in at 259 pounds. He is the WWE Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Wilson.
The big gold belt up for grabs here tonight.
This match between Trey and Samoa Joe is finally happening tonight on SmackDown. 1,500 after nearly a decade of anticipation. I don't think Trey was anticipating this as much as Samoa Joe, especially considering it's a submission match, which definitely favors Joe in his coquina clutch.
Let's not ignore the fact that Trey has Brooklyn Von Braun in his corner tonight, who could be the difference maker. Supposedly the ex-MMA star has been working with Trey on his submission defense in preparation for this match.
I don't care who's in Trey's corner. There is no way he walks away with his WWE Championship. In fact, he'll be lucky to walk away at all. Everybody likes a showman, but I think Samoa Joe might be taking it a little too far here.
How impressive was that reversal?
Big first right into the buckle. Oh, look at the scoop slam.
Ooh, well measured.
At the head scissors of Biden.
Oh, man, that's just nasty. What a headbutt.
Vicious. The champ looking worn out. Things are not looking good for him right now.
Spiked with a Death Valley driver.
Championship on the line.
Ah, drop kick. Right on the money.
Well, it's time for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, so you know we're going to see the best of the best.
Hooked him.
DDT!
French toss. Oh, what a forearm.
A big fight feel. Pressure cooker situation. WWE Universe hanging on every move.
Head scissor applied.
Raining down elbows.
Showing a lot of fury with these attacks.
Yeah, no question. He's showing great energy as usual.
Great decision by Joe to capitalize.
And now that one's countered. Oh, look at that scoop slam.
From behind.
Oh, landing straight on the neck.
Boom, what impact. The challenger not looking good right now.
He's not looking great, but never count him out. Oh, left right to the liver.
DDT.
Head scissors applied, and oh, look at this.
Gosh, malicious. And no luck against Joe there.
Leg sweep.
Nicely done. Stump puller leg snap.
That's gonna hurt. Tear your hamstring.
Great counter.
Impressive in-ring IQ on display.
Gosh, malicious.
Eludes the attack. Oh my God, guys. Look at this.
Don't do this.
Sunset into a power bomb.
Right on the mark.
Samoa Joe's taking a beating. He could be out any moment now.
He was the favorite for this match, but that's changing rapidly.
That killer instinct Samoa Joe has. Ooh-wee.
He's looking a little dazed, guys.
And he's got nowhere to go in that corner. Exploder suplex.
Oh, look at this. Oh, kicks. Oh, man.
Good grief.
Turn your lights out.
Caught him right in the jaw.
Oh, what a shot.
Neck breaker.
Head scissor applied. Oh, man, vicious elbows. Stump puller leg snap.
That's gonna hurt. Tear your hamstring.
Monkey flip.
Oh, Corey, he unloaded there.
Oh, nasty impact.
He's definitely being the aggressor here.
Well, time will tell if he can sustain this kind of effort.
Have you ever seen a human being tossed like that? Great decision by Joe to capitalize. Boom, running STO plants him.
Nicely done.
And he's going after the torso again.
Well, it doesn't take a genius to realize you should attack the injured area, which is what we're seeing here.
He's one step ahead there.
Great technical know-how on display.
He has him right where he wants him.
Schoolboy pinning combination. Oh, maybe not. Power. A championship level move. Oh, man, Joe doesn't even know where he is.
He's playing with him now.
Amazing
An impressive series of moves.
Looks like nobody's budging, Cole.
Got the head scissors applied.
Oh, man, that's just nasty. Oh, man, vicious elbow.
Great decision by Joe to capitalize.
When you look at this,
It looks like they both did their homework heading into this one.
and Samoa Joe locks in the Coquina clutch.
Trey's attempting a counter.
What's the matter? Not like you planned?
It looked like Trey attempted a counter to the Coquina clutch that Brooklyn must have taught him, but for whatever reason, it just didn't work.
It's over.
It may not be the Universal Championship that Trey defeated him for 7 years ago, but Samoa Joe gets the vindication he was looking for, as he is the new WWE Champion. What the hell?
No, no, no! This is awful!
Was this some kind of setup all along?
It had to be. Hindsight's 2020, but Brooklyn Von Braun's change of heart was way too good to be true.
Saxton, you said Brooklyn was going to be the difference maker tonight, and you were right for once. If she and Samoa Joe have formed an alliance, and it would appear that they have, Red and Trey's lives are going to be changed forever.